Because a few people have asked about how to use this course on a Mac, I'm going to go through some of the installation instructions for the Mac software. This video will deal with Maven. On early versions of Mac, I think up to about 10.9, Maven is installed by default. Maven is not installed on my Mac here. So if I get a terminal up and I type Maven, nothing is installed. Now I do have the Java SDK installed, so we can see that the javac command is in there. So for Maven, what I'm going to do is jump off to the Maven site at maven.apache.org and follow the instructions to get Maven installed. So the first thing I have to do is download one of the binaries. So I'll download the .zip file. So that's downloaded now. So what I want to do is unarchive this and move it into a directory. So if I use a new Finder window, the suggested location for this, let's get the instructions up. So there we go, extract files, assume you use user/local/Apache Maven in a subdirectory for the archive. So let's do that. Get /user/local. And I'm going to do this as close to the instructions as I can. So now I'm just going to take those files out of the archive. So if I now cd/user/local cd Apache Maven, cd Apache Maven 3.2.1, so all the stuff that I need is in there now. So the next instruction, we need to add the M2 home environment variable. So since we've got this in the same directory as they've mentioned, I'm just going to copy this into the terminal. Let me jump back to Safari again. The next instruction is to add the M2 environment variable. Now I'm not copying in the full stops in the back here. Now I'm going to skip the step for the Maven options. I'll add that later if I need it. But we didn't do that in Windows, so I'm not going to do that on the Mac. The next thing is to add it into the path so that I can type mvm at the command line. Now the next instruction is to make sure that the Java home variable is set. So mine is set to the correct place because I followed the instructions on the Oracle site for installing the JDK. I just did that by the default instructions. So is there anything else I have to do according to these instructions? Simply run the Maven ---- version command and check that it's worked. So there we go. I have Maven 3.2.1 installed on my Mac now, just by following the instructions on the maven.apache.org site.